Steelers Nation, we are less than 1 week away from the NFL draft, and we still have an answer at quarterback. So I got none other than Lauren WKR with us today to discuss what the Steelers should do at quarterback, the elephant in the room that is Aaron Rodgers, and a bunch of other things to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's get into it. So tell me this as we wrap up here. And my last question is kind of twofold. It's talking dream scenarios. You kind of alluded to what your needs are in the draft. So take the needs that you alluded to and what you feel like not the Steelers should go after in the draft, and what your dream scenarios would be. Like, give me maybe like your top 4 picks, and if they went exactly how you wanted it to go, how would you envision that being?
Well, truth be told, I don't have anyone like specific that I would want to go after. I just know that those are our needs, and I feel like those particular positions are. I think there's quite a bit to choose from, because we kind of, specific to running back, like we kind of got into this mentality of you can get one whatever, which is true, but we've gotten to this mentality and that they're not important anymore, and like you don't give them the big contract, and it kind of felt like for a while that the running back position was sort of just being weeded out. And I think if anyone showed us and told us that that's not true, that would be Saquon Barkley, right?
True. Yes.
So
and Derrick Henry for that matter.
Yeah, Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. So, I mean, those are the 2 top best running backs in the league right now. But, as far as defensive line goes, I'm hoping that we can get some steals. I mean, Cam Hayward, he isn't going to last forever. I would say he's signed his last big contract with the Steelers. Just revitalizing that front line. Again, I don't necessarily have anyone like in particular. Can I just be honest with you? I have been doing my best to just ignore the noise.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I've been doing my best to ignore the noise, and honestly, I want the Steelers to be smart. Don't go into the draft reaching. If we can get a quarterback, great. If we can't, that is okay. If we have to roll with Mason Rudolph, that is fine. You brought him here for a reason. You're comfortable with the kid. I feel like we do have a good defense, but it is a defense that's running out of gas, right? So
talk about it.
I'm honestly optimistic as well for our offensive line. If we can get, a couple offensive linemen here and there to help bolster up some things, I'm okay with that. But I want to have hope for our offensive line, because I feel like we for sure were not at our healthiest, if that makes sense. And so if we bring everybody back that we have, maybe we can see some improvement, within that area. But obviously, we're going to need to draft someone to fill that Najee Harris void, get something that we thought that we were getting with Najee. Who that is, I don't necessarily have anyone particular in mind, but I think the overall surmise for me and the overall want and desire going into this draft is that the Steelers just be smart. We just got to be smart.
Okay, I like it. All right. Okay. Well, I would add that maybe improving on the interior O-line as well could benefit you guys at a guard position, because you did lose a couple of guys in free agency. But yeah,
I was fine with losing Dan Moore. You can take all the money in the world down there in Tennessee. We can move Broderick over to the position that we ultimately drafted him, his natural position, which was left tackle. That Broderick Jones at right tackle drove me nuts, and like I couldn't even be upset with the kid when he would get penalties, because it's not his natural position. The Steelers have this really odd way of making linemen prove that they're worth playing the position, their natural position. It's like they have to go through some type of, initiation process to prove that they are worthy of playing their natural position, And so I listen, Dan Moore, I wish him the best of luck, but he just he was getting worked. He was getting worked, and I'm proud of the production that we were able to get with Broderick Jones at right tackle. But it's just time. It's just time. Move him over, let him play what we drafted him to play, right?
Okay.
So yeah, you did kind of hit a nerve there.
I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
one guy I was
I
okay
didn't know
with
that was
seeing
your
go
trigger.
away.
I didn't know that's one of your triggers. That's okay. But yes. Yeah, so D-line, running back, interior line for my money, yeah, definitely all good. Of course, quarterback. So we'll see how things shake out. Now, we'll say that we're doing a live draft show on Thursday, draft night. So if you're available, just to pop in when you guys pick, you want to give your reactions, you're more than welcome to come through.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
shoot you the link and just, pop in and say, hey, I love it. I hate it. What are we doing? Whatever you want to do. Just real quick, if you want to do that, we'll be online as
I
well.
appreciate
So
that. Yeah, yeah.
definitely let me know if you want to do that. And as always, you can always please give your social. I don't want to, step on that. I want to give you a
Yeah,
shine.
yeah. Well, once again, I appreciate you so much for having me on. Like I said, I always enjoy talking Steeler football. I do think when it comes to the draft, I'm a little sort of like I have like an idea of what I want them to do, but the draft, it can go array. It can go in so many different directions, especially when it comes to night one. So but yeah, you can follow me on everything at Lauren WKR, LAUREN WKR, Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it, Instagram. And yeah, I will definitely have some thoughts and opinions with the picks that come in from my Steelers and how they can potentially contribute to the team. And listen, this is what we haven't had football for 2 months now. The draft just gets us one step closer, right? We get
Indeed.
to the draft, and then after the draft, we have mini
Casual.
camps, and then after
camp.
mini camps, we've got OTAs, and then after OTAs, they go on their little summer vacation, and then boom, we're straight into training camp. So,
That's
and then the
good.
season starts all over again. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the draft, and like I said, I just want my Steelers to be smart.
I like it. I like it. That's a great way to end it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're looking for the Lockdown Diva Sports Network, you can find us on all these platforms here on the screen here. Lockdown Diva Sports in most areas. Lockdown Diva only on Twitter or X, like you said, that's what we're calling it. Lockdown Diva Sports at Gmail. Like I said, next week is going to be a really big week. We got a mock draft coming for you live on Tuesday. We're going to give our final mock draft with the hit squad. That's going to be Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon. It's going to drop. Thursday, we're doing our live show, and as well as more content that's going to come your way, reaction videos and things of that nature. So we got a lot in the tuck ready to go. So as always, follow us, like, subscribe to the channel, and you always got to remember to step up to lock it down.